or the other day.
Okay, here it comes. Frozen screen, Taylor, is you drinking out of your water bottle.
Perfect.
It never ever freezes when you're looking like a superstar, right? It's
Never.
always
Are you
brought
looking
by-
for comprehensive solutions for your performance and automotive needs? Straight Line Performance and Automotive is a full-service auto repair shop specializing in race car fabrication, electrical design, chassis setup and alignment. Located in Hamden, Connecticut, they also specialize in aftermarket high performance and chassis upgrades. Be sure to look them up on Facebook at www.facebook.com/straightline, STR8LINE, Performance, &Automotive, or give them a call at 203-415-5316.
Welcome, racers and fans, to your weekly dose of all things sportsman drag racing. This is Racers News Network Live, presented to you by Straight Line Performance and Automotive. Your hosts, Chris and Pete, bring you the latest news and interviews in the world of sportsman drag racing, including bracket racing, association races, outlaw, and no-time events. They are live every Monday night, right here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it away, boys.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to every edition is special, but this one is super special tonight. We got a really awesome co-host joining us tonight. We got a couple of great guests joining us tonight. And as you can see by this, we're going to have a little game of Family Feud later on. But we got a special host to join us. Taylor Nobile is going to be interviewing her Aunt Jackie and Uncle Shawn. Of course, everybody knows who Jackie and Shawn are. Jackie's also the 2021 regional champ and top alcohol dragster for NHRA Division I, and was number 2 in the world last year. So big congratulations to Jackie. And Shawn, you finished. I didn't leave you out, buddy. I looked it up just so I knew for sure. You finished 3rd in the divisional points last year. So congratulations to you as well. You were chasing that damn Porsche, right?
Yeah, always. And the Camaro.
So Taylor, how are you again? You're like a frequent flyer here now.
I know. I feel like I'm earning my wings every episode.
One thing I do have to do before you take it over, Taylor, is Jackie, can you just unmute yourself?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, you're good.
There she is.
Okay.
All right. So again, Shawn, Jackie, welcome to Racers News Network Live, and of course my buddy Pete down here below. We are turning the reins over to Taylor tonight, and this is going to be interesting. I think it's a good thing that Jackie and Shawn are in separate states, so that nobody gets injured, I guess, is a nice way to put it. So, Taylor, have at it, kiddo.
So I wanted to start out with you two by asking you just some questions about racing, how you got your start, and then later on we're going to do the Family Feud question game. But we're going to save that till the end because I think that's going to be the most interesting. So first, I'll start with Uncle Shawn. How did you get your start in drag racing?
Wow. Had a bunch of friends that would were hot rodding, go to the track. Never really had anything to do with racing up till I was like 17, and worked for a friend, and I met Scott Albrecht, and he and his dad took me to Island Dragway, and I was hooked immediately.
Perfect. What about you, Aunt Jack?
Jack.
Can you hear me okay?
talk a little bit louder.
Okay, hold on.
It's like just a little quiet, but I can still hear you.
She's muted.
She muted herself as she was trying to turn it up.
Unmute yourself again,
You're
Jackie.
you're muted, Jack. Bottom left, it should be.
Yeah. Oh.
There she goes. And she's gone.
And
Oh,
there she
wow.
goes.
Yeah, you can
Clearly,
interview
she
me
didn't
the
like the question, Taylor. You're failing.
No,
You can interview me the whole time.
I guess that offended her. We'll wait for her to come back, but we'll just
So,
keep
Uncle
moving
Shawn,
on.
back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Uncle Shawn.
pressure.
So while we're waiting for Aunt Jack, what was your first car that you took down the racetrack, and what track was it located in?
Wow. I had an S10 pickup. It was not as nice as Taylor's. I don't even remember what year it was. It was like a 1989 or something. And I did a project in high school, built a small block and forced it into this S10 and took it to Englishtown. I'm going to say that was probably 1991. Went down Englishtown on a Friday night, went 12:20, drove it home, and that was it. But that was after I'd got to know Albrecht, and they kind of helped me out and got me going. Scott's dad had a lot to do with getting me going in the beginning.
Now, Shawn, that was before it was really popular to put small blocks in S10s, right? So
Yeah, at that.
it's not like you could just go buy an install kit and a header kit and everything just fell into place.
Nope. There was a guy in Texas named Don Hardy that made adapter plates for the motor mounts. So it would move the motor mount forward, and you could use the stock motor mount on the engine side. And had to do some tunnel modifications and headers. I don't remember. I feel like there was a set of headers that were off the shelf from some other car, like a Camaro or something, that actually worked.
Just happened to work, yeah.
Yeah. It was quite a project.
A lot of things with Shawn are projects, but they end up turning out good in the end. All right, welcome back, Aunt Jack. Okay, so
Sorry about that.
I asked Shawn his second question too, so I'll ask you both of them, but I can hear you good now. So how did you get your start in drag racing?
Your grandfather, Rich Rogie, raced, and I think he thought that he was going to get away from his 4 daughters by going to the racetrack, and instead we joined him. So, and racing was actually, I made a run today and was at the end of the track, and somebody said, "How long have you been racing?" And my answer was, "All my life." And they said, "What made you want to do this?" And I said, "It was all I ever wanted to do."
And while you're saying it, where are you right now so that people know what you're talking about?
I'm in the Outback parking lot in Bradenton, Florida, with my team out to eat. And they wanted me to join them inside. And I said, absolutely no way. I'm doing this by myself. So I'm in the rental car outside. We're testing in Bradenton, Florida.
Perfect. And what was the first car you took down the racetrack, and what racetrack was that located at?
Maple Grove Raceway. I convinced Aunt Barb to let me race her car in Street Eliminator. And ironically enough, it was in the right lane. She has a picture of it. And subsequently, however many years later, that was the lane I won my first national event in alcohol, however many years later.
That would have been an extra interesting fact if I was in the right lane, but I was in the left lane for my first national event win at Maple Grove.
I know.
We almost got the same statistic there.
Yeah.
All right, back to Shawn. What is your favorite part of drag racing that doesn't physically involve taking a race car down the track? So I'm not talking about the thrill of driving. I'm talking about the thrills of being at the track.
That's an easy one. All of you guys. Everybody knows, everybody in the family knows that I like racing, but I also like to do some other things. I like to play golf, like go to the beach. I would do more of that, but every time I think, and every year I say, I'm going to race less this year. And then I realize that everybody that I love and everybody that I want to be with is going to be at the racetrack. And so am I.
And for people who don't know, how many entries does our family normally have at a race weekend?
Every year, lately, every year it goes up. I mean, last year, I think we were 5 to 6 pretty much everywhere. Depending if we went to Columbus, it was 7 or 8. This year, that's going to go up even more. I mean, we could be over 10 this year at the rate we're going. We got a couple double entries in there. We've got we got Tori, Tony, the Ream Boys. Lee comes with 2 entries. Richards when we go to Ohio. It's Vincent, Tail. We got a lot.
We
Tori,
definitely.
Jackie.
I was gonna say, don't forget your wife.
That's okay.
How can we forget you?
Yeah.
You were saving the best for last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
it's,
one, Pete.
That's what
I
I'll
got
do.
you, Shawn.
I was just thinking tonight, I was thinking about racing some stuff and it dawned on me. I'm like, geez, we could have 5 cars in Super Comp, 5 or 6 cars in Super Comp next year between all of us. It's going to be very hard to avoid each other. And it's going to make for some good fun at Thanksgiving dinner, I'm sure.
We're almost at this point taking up over 5 or 6 categories per race at this point.
Yeah, we
in
got
time,
them
I think.
covered.
Yeah. All right. Aunt Jack, what is your favorite part about drag racing besides taking the car down the track? And I know your answer's similar to Uncle Shawn's, but still.
It's pretty much the same. The family aspect of it. My family knows that I'm a huge softie and get really homesick easy when my family's not there. I try to have at least one family member at the races that I travel far away to at every turn. So I don't text Uncle Shawn like I did at 3:00 this morning, telling him I miss him. So
And
it's definitely the family aspect.
I know for me personally, if we didn't have the family aspect of drag racing, I don't really know if I would enjoy it as much. I know Jackie and I are probably the most diehard racers in the family. Like we love to race, we're competitive, everybody's competitive, but I'd say we enjoy the racing aspect more than anybody else. But I know Uncle Shawn would not be out here if he didn't have family doing it, because that's what keeps him from quitting.
I'd race. I just wouldn't race the way we do.
Yeah. All right. The dream class you would want to drive in if money was no object. Uncle Shawn,
Comp.
is there a reason why you would want to do that?
Yeah, just I love bodied cars, super mod car. I love the challenge of trying to make a car go fast. And I'm sure I'd like the driving part of it. Definitely have a liberty in it for sure.
Aunt Jack?
I'm living my dream. I'm in my dream class.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's start talking about this season. What are both of your plans for this season, including your first race of 2022?
I'll go first because I already have 2 races under my belt. Actually 2 test sessions. So I'm at obviously my second test session right now, because our first test session, we didn't quite have the consistency that we were looking for. We went 5:16 and we have a list of things we want to try, but first competition race is going to be Belrose, Louisiana.
And what class is that in for people who don't know?
Top alcohol dragster. Unless Shawn buys me a top dragster between now and then I'll just have to run 2 classes.
Taylor, can I jump in for just a sec?
Of course.
Jackie, for you. The injected cars have gone very, very fast. Do you think there's a possibility of one of them hitting the 4s anytime soon?
Unfortunately, they changed our rules this year, and they slowed us down. So they made our fuel they made us have our fuel 10 degrees warmer, and that's why we're on our second test session, costing my poor team owner a fortune. because the blower guys didn't feel like there's parity. So before that, I might have said yes. Megan went 5:09 and Rich 5:10 in Pomona. And we had some runs. We went 5:14 first round at Indy last year and didn't even make a perfect run. So, you know, we were sneaking up on it, but not now.
Jackie, what do you mean by 10 degrees warmer?
So our fuel used to be, there's horsepower in chilled fuel. So we were allowed to chill our fuel to 40 degrees. And now this year we're allowed to chill it to 50 degrees. And you wouldn't think that 10 degrees is a huge difference. It is.
I'm actually blown away that they monitor how much you chill your fluid. Yeah, I'm sorry, your fuel.
We are checked randomly, but checked when we go in the staging lanes. You never know when you're going to be checked, but once you cross over into the threshold of being in the staging lanes, if you're 39.9, they send you back.
Wow. And now, do you have to intentionally make it cooler in the pits so that when you get up there, it gets up to the temperature that you're looking for?
No, we don't. Ironically, this is a whole long story, and I'm a nerd and a total rule follower, so
Yeah.
I don't like to leave the pits below 41 degrees. We don't take the chance. We had an incident last year and it was a whole debacle, but
Okay.
I won't go into that. But I'm a total nerd and John's a pretty big rule follower, and we don't leave the pits. We leave, I mean, the closest we'll cut it is like 40.7, 40.6, somewhere in there.
Right. Wow.
And
I'm blown away by that. I can't believe they actually check the temperature of the fuel.
it's an insane performance advantage, the temperature. It's crazy. And they have their fuel tank is insulated with foam board, and the trunk line has insulation on it, which they used to not allow. And you leave the pit at 40 degrees on a 90-degree day, and in 15 minutes, the fuel would be 60 degrees. And then they'd lose a tenth of ET.
Sure.
Like it was
Sure.
nothing.
Yeah, that's actually why I asked, like, if you would put it 10 degrees cooler going up there, hoping that you'll hit the temperature or not be too far hot. But I guess with all the insulation, that obviously helps a ton.
Yeah.
All right, Shawn, back to you for your
I'm going to start probably, well, my first division will be ACO, and then I'll go to Charlotte for the national, since they have street and super comp. I'll probably run the ACO open to warm up. But we'll see. We'll see what time allows and work.
Exactly. Good call. This is back to your relationship more or less, but what's it like being married to a racer? Obviously, a lot of relationships probably struggle with the concept of not being married to a racer because there's a ton of weekends away. If a significant other doesn't always understand why you need to go away this much, it might make a strain in the relationship. So what's it like to have support in a marriage with the sport that you both do?
It's amazing for me. Jackie supports me incredibly. She understands me. She knows what makes me tick. As far as driving goes and getting me prepared for a race, she does my delay box. I don't ever touch my delay box. There's a piece of tape over the number in the delay box, which that's probably a fact that most people don't know. But you see these girls coming over and reaching in the car all the time. They're in there. If Jackie's at the track, she's doing it. If she's not, she's got Tail or Tour on the phone and they're plugging away. But it's a unique relationship. It works for us. We both support each other in what we want to do. And Jackie has always wanted to be a race car driver. That's all she wants to do. She gets up, she's talking about race cars. She goes to bed, she's still talking about race cars, and she talks about race cars in her sleep. So, but it's fun. as I tell people all the time, people are like, oh, it's great. Your wife races, and that's got to be awesome. And I said, yeah, it's great. I said, but it presents other challenges, and my wife wants to race more than I do. So, which is a very, very rare and unique case, but it's cool. It's fun to watch. I get more enjoyment out of watching everybody around me do well at this time. Obviously, I'm competitive. I want to win, but it's pretty much what I live for at this point, to see my family do well. And I was gutted in Vegas last year.
And one of the cool things about Shawn is that he probably gets more excited to watch Jackie or I or Tori or the boys win more than himself. If you ever want to see Shawn give like a very intense fist pump, just be on the starting line when one of us wins, because it's definitely way more of a fist bump than when he wins himself.
True story.
Probably same for Jackie too, because she jumps higher than anybody I've ever. Well, maybe not Vincent. That
Not Vincent.
but
Vincent
everybody
topped me.
else but Vincent.
I got a pretty good Air Jordan picture.
Yeah,
myself.
you do.
Jackie's second win, which was immediately after her first divisional at Epping in 2014. There's a picture somewhere around here in one of these pictures of I'm about 4 feet off the ground, and John Fink is looking up at me like terrified because it looks like I'm gonna like jump on top of him.
And Jack, what do
True.
you think it's like to be married to a racer?
When Shawn was telling his story about how he got into racing, just recently I told him how fortunate I felt because his family wasn't involved in racing. And I said, I feel like God plucked you and put you into this racing world instead of golf, because probably many people don't know what a talented golfer Shawn is. And I've been telling him to play competitively, and if he didn't have racing, he probably would play more competitively. And I said I'd be his caddy when he does, but I feel like, definitely I have my soulmate, and lucky enough he's a racer and supportive.
So obviously you both had, well, Jackie, no offense, more so than Shawn last year, had an amazing year. Jackie finished, like Chris had said, number 2 in the division, or in the world, and number 1 in the division. So what is your goal in 2022? Since you've pretty much hit every goal that a racer could dream of. You won the Jegs All-Stars, you have won the division 3 times now, and I don't know, you won Indy. There's pretty much not a lot left. So what is your hopeful goal for 2022?
I don't really I'm not setting forth any goals. I'm not, I've never been, that type of person that says like, hey, I'm going to set out and hope to win the championship. And Shawn told me that if you put everything into what you do and you're successful, that the points take care of itself. So, obviously the goal would be, we want to win a world championship as a team. And this is as I always say, my forever team. When John Fink doesn't race anymore, I will go back to the top dragster that Shawn's going to surprise me with one day. I don't want to put forth any goals. I'm gonna just let the chips fall where they may, and fun's the most, you're not here for a long time, you're here for a good time. So whatever, wherever it falls, I can't even believe how much I've been blessed in this life and everything I've gotten to do. And seeing my family succeed is probably all I could ever ask for. Health, wealth, success of my friends. That's where I'm at in life right now.
Shawn, you've obviously won 2 division championships in Super Street, came in 3rd for a world championship in Super Comp 2 years ago. You've been to the Jegs All-Stars what are your goals for 2022?
Well, I could say all the obvious things, right? Healthy, happy, safe. But I want to win. That's why I race. So I want to win the division in both cars. I want to win the world, and I want to win the All-Stars. And if those things don't happen, no big deal. But that's how I start out. That's what keeps me going during the year, and I give it my best to put my best foot forward. And as Jack said, the chips fall where they will.
I do have one thing I forgot to mention. One more ultimate goal, obviously besides the World Championship, I want to get to compete at the All-Stars with Shawn. That would be huge to me. I think that would just be, I don't think there's ever been a husband and wife, or maybe there has, but to me, that would be like super cool. I love the Jegs All-Stars. I love what Jegs puts into it. That's just such a cool thing. Shawn did it first, as he always does. So it'd be cool to do it together.
You guys have obviously won on the same day at a divisional. You've never won a national event on the same day, but I know Vincent and I always talk about that's our next goal, is to win on the same day, because that was pretty cool. Jack and I got to win on the same day. Tori and Jackie got to win on the same day. Corey and Shawn got to win on the same, and you? Yeah.
All three of us.
Three of you.
Yeah.
So it would be cool if we could take every class we entered one time and whoever the makeup of it is gets in a final and wins. So what was the best part of 2021? Obviously, Shawn, I'll just speak for yourself. The highlight was becoming a Reverend Shawn and getting Vincent and I to get married. But other than that moment, what was your highlight of 2021?
Indy, watching Jackie win. I mean, that maybe that's not the question you're asking. What was my highlight?
No, it could be anything.
Yeah. Watching Jackie win and watching you win at Reading. Nothing. That was incredible. That was an incredible. It was an incredible 4 weeks. Jackie winning 3 times, you winning once or twice. Once, I think.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. You guys, I didn't do much in racing last year, so you guys filled the gap for me and gave me all my excitement for the year.
Jack, what was the highlight of your 2021?
Indy. They say if you can't win the championship, win Indy. We won Indy. And we won, a lot of people don't know the backstory, and I drove terrible, but I also helped John on the tuning side of stuff, and running 5:14 first round of Indy was just like, wow, that was just like, I don't know, just pretty cool. And I have to note that out of my national event wins, that was the first time Shawn was there. So that was huge.
Yeah, we were starting to think Shawn was a superstition there.
Yeah,
Hey,
Shawn was thinking that for sure.
Jackie, was that the race where when you got interviewed, you said you drove like a bozo?
100%. I got out and I said, I drove like a bozo.
That was the best interview I ever saw. I was dying when I heard that.
Alan Reinhart said, you'll forever be known as the bozo who won Indy. Okay.
Whatever. It's still an Indy win, right?
Indy.
Yeah.
You're not giving a trophy back.
That's right.
No. We were trying some stuff with the clutch that weekend, and that made it worse. And then my Indy nerves made it worse. It was just it wasn't a good thing. But at the end of the day, in 20 years, nobody's going to look back at that trophy and say, well, I mean, maybe because I drew attention to it, bozo won Indy, but whatever, I don't really care.
You have to get that engraved into the trophy somewhere, right?
No, right?
On the bottom or something, you got to do it.
Even just a little Bozo the Clown sticker would be.
Right.
All right, our final question before we start Family Feud. Obviously, sponsors are the oil that keeps our engines running, and they play a big part into how specifically Jackie and I can stay out there performing good. Shawn has a few sponsors, but Jackie has longer than anybody. So start out with Aunt Jack. Who are your major sponsors for 2021 or 2022, and who has been there with you from the start?
I'm so lucky to have some great companies behind me. Lucas Oil has been there for 5 or 6 years now. NGK spark plugs. You know, not only do I have like the best sponsors, but JE Pistons. They're everything that we used. It's not like we switched to anything. It's everything we used beforehand that we've partnered with them to just bring awareness to how good their products are. Moroso, Sparco, you know, all the stuff we would use anyway. Like I said, JE Pistons, Bonifant clutches. No, I'm super lucky.
I was just going through our list to make sure we got everybody because I have your sponsor list right here. So
Oh,
I have everything.
My PR girl never taking a break.
You got them all, so that was good. Uncle Shawn,
Perfect.
I know you don't have as big of a list, but you do have some companies that back you and support you. So who are they? And they've been with you for quite some time as well.
Yeah, my biggest accelerated travel, because Jackie never mentions that one for herself. Hoosier, VP, Select, Competitive Suspension Solutions, and then NGK. I'm kind of like a family member NGK rider, so I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you got them all too. Did you say Hoosier?
I-
Yeah, you said
Yeah, that was the
Hoosier.
first one.
Yeah, you know, I did forget VP that Shawn said, and also C2. Obviously, they do all of our machining stuff. Every time I break something, Lee and Chase always get me right back in the game with, you know, whether it be all of our machining stuff. They do an awesome job.
So, and by C2, she means C2 competition converters and machining. So they do converters, machine work, engine work, and they're definitely growing as a business. They started out taking it over and now they've basically completely rebranded it and have been doing amazing with the company. And that's another family member of ours. So they definitely help us out. All right. Are you two ready for Family Feud? I don't have any music, but like, I feel like we gotta have it. All right, wait,
Hold
he's
on,
got,
Chris.
No,
Chris-
no promises, but hopefully this will sound okay.
okay, perfect.
Wait, hold on. Get my chair.
Okay, perfect.
Close
So
enough.
I like it.
our little rule to the game is I'm gonna ask you a question. You're both gonna write down the answer for the other person. Jackie, did you forget a piece of paper?
Nope, got it.
Okay.
I mean, I did, but yeah, I do have a
If
piece
you
of
did,
paper.
we could have just said it. You wouldn't have lied, but okay, I'll wait a second for you to get your paper. So you're gonna
No, go
answer the question for the other person. So what their answer would be, and we're gonna see how many each of you get right, and I'll be keeping track. And just a pre-vote, my answer is that Uncle Shawn will get more than Jackie. So I'm challenging Jackie to focus and get them right.
Okay, I have a napkin that I found in this
Perfect.
rental car,
Okay, do you have a pen?
and I know I have a pen somewhere. Just give me 1 second. If not, I have a shout stick. Nope, found a pen. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Write it small because there's quite a few.
Okay.
All right. The first question, this is an easy one. We're going to start out light. So what is your favorite color? So Jackie, what's Shawn's favorite color?
Wait, light went out. 1 second. I'm gonna have to prop the phone up here so I can write.
Okay,
Let me know if you can still see me. Okay, hold on.
we can see.
We're
Still?
doing it one at a time, right?
Yes, one at a time. And then you'll flip it.
Okay, got it.
All right. Let's see your answer. Shawn, what is Jackie's favorite color? Pink. I know that's correct. So ding, ding, ding. He got it right. Jackie, what is Shawn's favorite color?
Red, like maroonish.
Did you get it right? Did she get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I'll keep
120.
score.
We started
I'll
out
keep score.
perfect. We started out strong. All right. This is a hard one for Shawn because Jackie doesn't eat much, but what are your favorite foods?
Is this food or restaurant?
Food. Like favorite go-to meal.
Oh, Taylor knows this.
I do.
Of mine,
I'm confused, but I'll think about
Okay.
it.
Taylor, you should have just said, yeah, that's right. I know it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying
know,
to
I was
think
giving
of
you
it.
street creds.
I'm trying to think of it. Jackie, do you have Shawn's favorite food?
Oh, yeah, like if he was gonna do any meal, um, oh, he's such a food, he eats anything.
I would say
A lot of it.
PB&J or steak.
No, I would just say, I would say steak or penny alla vodka. Steak.
Sean,
It's
what is
steak.
your,
It's steak.
did she get it right?
Steak, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Steak.
I mean,
And
if I didn't have a steak, I would eat peanut butter and jelly, but
yeah. And Sean, what is Jackie's favorite food? Lobster roll. Jack, is that right? Okay. Perfect.
Good job, Shawn. Taylor, I can't believe you didn't get that.
I would have guessed like shrimp. I don't know.
Close.
just think when we
Yeah,
go to
close.
anything, how many, you know, her, she doesn't eat, and how much she'll be like, bring me a lobster roll, lobster roll. What's that place that we went to? that
Beach
night?
plum.
Yeah, there you
Beach
go.
plum
Plum.
gets delivered to the racetrack, or like driven by Jackie to
Every
the
day.
racetrack. All right, what is your favorite sport to watch? It can include racing, but I don't think that's what it is, I feel like. But what is each of yours?
I think I know
the answer to
Sean's.
this one.
Oh, wait.
I
wait.
think,
What
wait,
is
I think this is
Jackie's
gonna,
favorite sport to watch?
Yes.
I think this is gonna surprise everybody with Shawn.
Okay, Jackie, what is Sean's favorite?
Yeah,
Golf. Is that
was my
right?
guess.
yeah.
Okay. And Sean, what's
It-
Jackie's?
Go figure.
Drag.
I mean, if I can't get that one right, she does like football, but she half watches football. Drag racing is, we have contention for the TV sometimes on Sunday afternoons.
For sure. All right, now we're getting into hard ones. So
All right.
these require some thinking. So what is your favorite NHRA driver?
Oh.
We all know it's Pete.
Shawn?
Is this hey, Tal,
I
Yeah.
actually have a question here.
pro
Yes.
or sportsman?
Are Jackie and Sean considered NHRA drivers?
Yes,
Are
but
you
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
talking
can't
hoping,
name each other.
I'm just hoping they don't name each other and be lame. Because
Well,
Yeah.
they're gonna name you or your sister if it's not a
No.
pro.
Yeah, do pro.
no,
Okay,
anybody. What's your favorite driver anywhere?
we know who my favorite is.
Jack, I could
Sean-
name like 5 of your favorite drivers that are, it could be a pro driver or a sportsman driver. I have a bunch in my head for both of you that you could answer.
Taylor knows
Okay,
who
Sean,
that is.
Sean, do
All
pro
right, I'm
for
not
me.
gonna do Jack. I would do you normally, but I'm not gonna do you.
Yes, okay.
Right, okay.
I know Pete's. It's Brittany Force because he analyzes her reaction times all season long.
Because God knows if I sat in the seat, I'd do any better, right?
All right, Sean, you seem to have your pen down. So who is Jackie's favorite NHRA racer?
Shit, I wrote that one. Hold on, I need a
Uh-oh.
second. Duh.
Peace.
It's a long name. I can't see it. Tim Wilkerson. That was my guess.
Bingo.
Wow.
Tim is my
I wrote
Tim
mine on
is-
my. Sorry.
Tim is my customer, and every time he calls, he's like, "Hi, it's your favorite customer," and I mean, it's your favorite driver. He knows he's my favorite driver.
All right,
And-
Jack, who is Sean? Any family member. It's a
Well,
little weak. That's a little
that-
weak answer.
That is absolutely
Sorry,
true.
that's true.
That's absolutely true. But Jack, you missed. If we're talking about pros, there is only one that would ever be the answer, and Taylor knows who it is, and you do too.
So Jackie got that wrong for the record because we don't get second guesses here.
No, you don't get second guesses.
Wow.
Hold on.
It's
I'll
most
give you. I'll
rough.
give you the initials. That's
K.
K.
I could guess.
It's not Kenny Bernstein.
Okay, never mind. I can't
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, no.
All right. It's a top fuel driver. Former alcohol dragster driver.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't get this.
Are you kidding
Okay.
me?
I'm so sorry. This is Krista Baldwin all the way. I can't believe I didn't get this. So
Wow.
when Chris, I'm just happy Krista moved out of alcohol, because when Krista and I ran, I'm fairly sure Shawn was cheering for her. That is her that is his absolute favorite. And I just totally spaced. It was a tire
Okay.
shake at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For the record, Robert Kuster got it right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in our circle, it's
That's-
pretty well known that Krista's my favorite.
yes,
Krista
absolutely.
is one of the most down-to-earth, real people you could meet at the racetrack. She hasn't had the easiest life to get where she's gotten. Her father passed away when she was fairly young, like teenagers, right, Aunt Jack?
Yeah, young.
Her mom is awesome, and she is chasing her dreams and following in her dad's footsteps and doing a heck of a job doing it.
Do I have a quick-
I don't
can
think our
can I-
family roots harder for any. I literally, when I would race Krista, and if I beat her, I would go over and say, I'm sorry, because I just absolutely admire her, admire the path she's chosen and the hard work it's taken for her to get there.
Quick story. Taylor and I went to Atlanta. What year was that, babe? Like 2018, maybe
2017.
2017. Yeah.
2017.
And just Taylor and I went, and Krista was driving for Anthony DeCero, and I really didn't know her. I knew the girls knew her, but I didn't know her. And Anthony had asked us if we could help a little bit over the weekend, you know, just toe into the lanes and all that. And I kind of got to know Krista that weekend, and just super nice kid, the drive, determination. But I saw some stuff in her that I see in Jackie, that the things that I admire most about Jackie and her drive and determination to succeed. And she just reminded me of Jack a lot, and I totally dig her. And she knows it. I tell her all the time.
It's not
lot
a
of
secret
people-
whatsoever.
A lot of people have a perception that girls just drive and they don't work, but Krista and Jackie put a lot of effort into working on the car. They both really enjoy to work on the car. Jackie loves learning. Krista loves learning. Krista would rather be covered in clutch dust, just like Jackie, than be sitting behind a phone doing social media. Ironically, Krista's a social media PR girl, but she is totally not like that when it comes to her own race car. So just two awesome women representing in the sport. All right, we have two more questions. What is the first street car that you both owned as teenagers, young adults?
Okay, let me write my answer.
Shawn, this is for Jackie, by the way, not you.
I get it.
I might be out of chronological order here, but this is my answers for Shawn.
The Egg and Malibu.
No, that was third.
Bummer. Okay.
It was the Volkswagen GTI was the first one,
Okay.
and then the pickup, and then the beige Malibu.
Okay.
What was Jackie's, Shawn?
I think
Ford.
Probe.
Nope, you were close. Stick shift tempo, baby.
The
I'm
Ford.
giving Shawn half a point for making it a Ford.
Yep.
Pete and Chris, what were your first cars?
Go ahead, Pete.
Next time you see me at the track, I'll be in it. So I've had that car since I was 13.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah.
A 1986 Toyota pickup 4-wheel drive with a stupid lift kit on it because I thought I was cool. I'm not cool.
Made you happy. That's all that mattered.
That's right.
Until every time it broke. So nothing exciting. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't have an exciting first car either, but it got me where I needed to go.
Is anyone surprised at the fact that Shawn and Jackie both got a car question wrong?
I know.
Right?
They clearly need to get up on their car stuff.
Yeah, mine was obscure. I didn't have it very long, and I never even really talk about it. So I should have known the tempo. I think I've heard enough about that to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I was a little disappointed in that one,
Yeah,
Shawn. I
well.
thought you'd get that one.
All right. This is the hardest question of the night. Are you ready?
Is this worth 2 points, Taylor?
Yeah, this is double Jeopardy. I know we're playing Family Feud, but this is double Jeopardy.
All right.
Okay. Who is your favorite niece or nephew?
Oh my
Oh, God. And that concludes our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in.
Right.
Now
Forget
for the
it.
results.
Good God.
It's
I'm
okay. You
calling this
guys,
game a tie. Congratulations.
you don't have to say it's fine. I know all the others are watching. You got to be fair to me. It's fine. I get it.
I had a really great conversation with Corey today that he warmed my heart.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Kidding, Taylor.
Jackie and Shawn just spent a whole weekend. We had a whole family weekend with Jackie, Shawn, Vincent's entire family, and my parents and sister. They all came up to spend the weekend with me. So I'm just going to
And
go
don't forget how we kicked it off.
with Frankie and a big party at Jackie's house with more family members. So it was a great, fun-filled family weekend. But I'm just going to go with myself because they drove like 2 hours to come see me. So ending that. And what is our final score, Chris?
Shawn, if we actually go with the double Jeopardy, Shawn takes the win 6-3.
6-3.
Yeah,
I got
Jackie has
4-3. There wasn't even 6 questions.
Yeah, but there were 4 questions and then the double Jeopardy.
We can't count that.
You
And
can't
how do
have
you give
Taylor.
How do
All
you
right,
give
either
Shawn
way,
the 2 points,
Shawn-
but not Jackie?
Shawn wins, and like I said at the beginning of the show, my biggest fear was that he was going to win and he was going to sleep on the couch. But now knowing that Jackie's in a separate state and he's at home safe,
She's got
everything is
time to
right
get
in the
over
world.
it, so it should be fine when she gets home.
Hey Jack,
A little fun fact about our relationship. Shawn wins at everything. We play, and I mean, I know you'll find this hard to believe, but we're super competitive. We play Words with Friends. We play Jeopardy. Anything that, engages our brains. The practice tree, and Shawn wins at everything.
not that.
Shawn wins at everything.
Jackie schools me on the tree all the time.
Do you
Oh, yes.
guys play? Do you guys play that Wordle game by any chance?
We didn't want to introduce anything else into our repertoire because like I said, the practice tree, Words with Friends, Jeopardy, and pretty much anything else we can compete at, we do. So we didn't want to get into anything else with racing season starting.
If you get into Wordle, a very good friend of mine, he plays it at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then he sends me the answer. So
Oh my God.
whoever ponies up the most money, I'll private message it to you so you can compete.
Yeah,
Love it.
Just don't tell my wife that I get the answer though, because she actually thinks I'm smart. So that's how I keep it going.
All right,
Our-
Breeze. Let me look up Breeze
Yeah,
Senka
that's
on
funny, yeah.
Facebook.
You don't even know how to count. Don't worry about it.
Our Words with Friend games are intense, very intense. We call them Words Wars.
Yeah.
I think like my wife and my son, they're the competitive ones. I just sit there and watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't do anything without competing in this family. I mean, it's nonstop, no matter what. We're playing games at Taylor's house on Saturday night, drawing games, everything.
For the record, in case anybody ever wanted to know, Jackie is a terrible drawer, and don't ever go next to her in the Pictionary game rotation because you literally get something like this. Let me just show you. It looks like this. And it was every picture looked just like that. And I was like, I don't understand how every answer is a smiley face in circles. What does that mean?
But Taylor, explain why everything was a smiley face.
Because you can't draw?
Well, that too, but Shawn, what's my world made up of?
Sunshine
and
and
lollipops.
Yep.
The unicorn, sunshine, lollipops, drag race cars, nonstop.
All right, so Jack, you got to start working on your unicorn drawings then.
Oh Lord, that might not be pretty. That's what I have Tori for. She's the creative one.
Pizza Hut and race cars, Jackie's two favorite things.
Yep.
I'll find her a unicorn.
That's all.
I figured I'd give you a visual of literally where I'm at in sitting in a rental car in the Outback parking lot.
Florida, where it's a hell of a lot warmer than it is here.
Yes. Yes.
How is the weather down there, Jackie? Is it cooperating for you?
Yes. Really nice. Our last run of the day today, Fletcher Cox is down here testing, and their driver, super cool guy, and their tuner, and they made like a killer run, and we were like all pumped up there watching them, and we decided we were going to try the same thing. My head still hurts from the tire shake, and we got a little carried away, and so tomorrow we're going to go back a little bit back to the basics, but it was we were going to make it was on a really good run for like the first 30 feet.
So, Jackie, how much longer are you in Florida before you hit the road again?
I don't know exactly when I'm coming home, but I know that I have a date with my husband on Friday night that I won't miss. So no matter what, I'll be home Friday night.
Bear with me for just 1 sec.
Oh boy.
That's Jackie.
It was a unicorn. And she's a unicorn, all right.
Just for you, Jackie.
I don't see it.
Is that a
Background.
dabbing unicorn?
It's dabbing, yeah.
It's dabbing.
Oh my God, I love it.
See, Shawn, we're kind of hip. We know what a dab is.
Yeah, well, I got these kids to teach me all that stuff. Well, you do too. So
Yeah.
Yep.
At
I wouldn't
home,
know
at
it.
school.
I wouldn't know it without the kids. So I wouldn't know half of this stuff without the kids.
Really, just put it down to Tori, because Tori's on the trends.
Yeah, Tori is definitely on the bleeding edge
Tori
of all the trends.
Tori, Chase, they teach
Yeah.
us a lot.
Yeah, Tori, Chase, and Kenzie.
Chase is going to teach me skateboarding. That's my newest one that I want to learn.
Yeah. That's like skiing and chainsaws for you.
Oh boy.
That last year, I don't remember when it was, and I don't even remember what she wanted to do. But she wanted to do something that was like, instant leg breaker. And I'm like, Jack, you're competing for a world championship. Do you understand if you hurt yourself, the year's over? And she's like, no, I never thought of that. And she's like, okay, I'm not going to do that now. I don't remember what it was, but we don't let her use chainsaws around here either.
Well, there is an ice skating rink about 10 minutes from New England Dragway.
I'm in.
No.
No.
That'd be a tough phone call to make to tell John, Jack broke her leg.
That's how Shawn talks me out of everything.
Well, it's true. You want to race
breaking
more
a
than
leg.
anything. And you sitting on the couch for an extended period of time would drive all of us insane. So
Jackie will do anything, try anything, and wants to do everything, but she's actually like a little clumsy when it comes to things, because it's not even clumsy. It's that she doesn't have the part in your brain where it tells you like to stop because this is no longer a good idea. And she just keeps going. And that's how I got stitches in my finger at 3 years old, because I asked her to go jumping on a bed and she said, okay, because that's what you do, right? You listen to a 3-year-old and then you end up in the emergency room. So that's where it all started to not trust Jackie.
Well,
And
that
Tori
rules out
just
the Sig
commented-
Sauer range across the street from New England Dragway too, then.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Tori just commented that she'll go ice skating with you, Aunt Jackie.
Of course she will. My little sidekick.
That's Jackie Jr.
Junior. Well,
That's all the questions I had. Chris and Pete, do you guys have anything to add to the two?
Pete, go ahead.
I don't have a question as much as just a statement. Taylor, I'm not going to talk about you because I'm tired of sucking up to you. Jackie, we were all pulling for you last year. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. You're a rock star. And Shawn, you know, I was thinking about this before I came on. I don't know if you remember or not, a couple of years ago, I was having problems with my carburetor. And listen, I know Shawn, I've waved hello to him. I can't say we ever went out drinking together or anything, but, you know, just knowing that I was in need, he spent an incredible amount of time with me. I was in his trailer. He was drawing pictures on his whiteboard. I was learning about emulsion tubes and fuel levels. And I mean, just unfortunately, I don't retain very much, but I'm big into the family thing. I couldn't imagine racing without my family. And when I see another family as close as all of you guys, it's super, super impressive. In my opinion, it's what the sport is all about. So hats off to all you guys. You're all great. I always root for you guys. I probably don't root for Shawn when he's in the lane next to me. But Taylor, I do for some reason. So whatever. But you guys are awesome, and I look forward to many more years of racing with you.
Likewise. Likewise.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Definitely, for sure.
And Jackie, thank you for taking the time out when you could be in a restaurant with friends eating, and you're hanging out with us bozos. We appreciate it.
No, wouldn't have missed it for the world. Thank God I started to get on at like 6 o'clock, started trying to get on, and Shawn's like, you have to leave the track. Yes, of course, Taylor. So the way Jackie's life would have gone if I didn't have, I refer to Shawn and Amy as my guardrails in life. I pinball back and forth and I just crash into the guardrails and they keep me on the road. Taylor is becoming, I don't know if she's the median or, you know, she's like, Aunt Jack, are you on yet? Did you download Zoom? And
actually, to be exact, my text at 5 o'clock was, Aunt Jack, download Zoom and let's make sure it works before 6:55 when we have a problem and can't fix it. That was my exact text to Jackie.
Yep. I have to give you, oh, go ahead, Jackie, sorry.
No surprise, because when one of Dick Door's favorite stories is Taylor at about 6 or 7 years old. I was moving my trailer and she said, Aunt Jack, use your head. So
I love it.
This one's from a few years ago, Jackie, but I'm fairly confident you remember when we brought the kids to New England Dragway. She made sure that every kid had an autograph, a picture, and a hero card before they left the pit. And we brought like 75, 80 kids. And she's just sitting there with a smile from coast to coast. What's your name? Oh, you want sure? You want a picture? Yeah, let's go for it. And so big kudos to you, Jackie. You know, the stuff like that, the kids remember, and they did.
Jackie is really big on kids. Just in Columbus, Ohio last year, they had a daycare summer camp kind of thing at the racetrack. And of course, Jackie says, bring them over to our pit. So all of a sudden, next thing I know, we're with like, how many kids were there? Probably like 60 kids.
It was a lot. That was a lot. It was a whole school.
Yeah, 60 kids coming over. And then next thing I know, Amy and Jackie are like, we're going to go buy all these kids ice cream. And we're in line with 60 kids at Columbus getting ice cream for them. And we're still mutual friends with some of the camp counselor teachers or whatever on Facebook, and they talk about that day forever. And Jackie's very good at making sure she makes time, especially for the kids, because as she says, she was once the kid on the fence, hoping somebody would do that for her. So I think that's a huge factor and something that's important to bring into the sport.
So thank you very, very much for doing that, Jackie. Hopefully someday down the road, we'll be able to do something like that again.
I love that stuff. That's like Taylor said, you know, I was once that kid, and I still remember all the people that, you know, did special things for me, brought me into the sport, and that's something I'll never change.
Very cool. Well, listen, Shawn, gonna let you get out of here. Jackie, go get some dinner, go back to your hotel, put your feet up, relax, play Words with friends.
Wordle.
Words war.
It's all the rage.
Wordle, yeah.
Words war.
And of course, Taylor, want to say a big thank you for stepping up and doing this. It was a lot of fun. Like I've told you numerous times over the past week or two, I've been really looking forward to this one. It was going to be fun. You know, it's a different environment when it's somebody you're related to, because you can kind of embarrass them a little bit more.
Put in the trick questions like, who's your favorite niece? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, the loaded questions, you know. So, but thank you all for your time, and really appreciate it. Like I said, you know, Jackie, go get some dinner. Shawn, thank you very much. Taylor, thank you. And I'm sure we'll be talking again this year. Actually, we'll be, no matter what, you'll be doing the junior dragster thing with us in Lebanon Valley.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having us.
You're very
Thanks
welcome,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything.
Have a good night.
You're
Bye.
very
job,
welcome.
Thanks, guys. Enjoying. Good luck.
Have a
this
great
season.
night.
We'll
You
see you soon,
too.
guys. Thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Pete, before we pack it in, if I can get my Chromebook to work here. We did have the first Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series event this past weekend.
Oh God, and I'm slacking too because I didn't get any results.
That's all right, because I didn't send them to you. So I have them posted. I just got to go through and find where in the world I put them. So, and if anybody else is wondering, those are license plates that I posted, not stickers. That was my stupidity.
I legit had no idea, and I was looking for the holes, like where they would be for license plates, but I didn't see them. But the edges were rounded, so I was like, "All right, Chris, spit it out, will you?"
Leave it to me to do something dumb like that.
It
So
happens. It happens.
that's all right.
We're here to keep each other in line. So
Absolutely. All right. So there's Friday. All right. You know what? We're gonna go old school here. Hold on just one sec. We're gonna go class by class.
and the race was at South Georgia.
South Georgia kicked off the 2022 Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series
Division 2.
Division 2,
Race
event number
1.
1. And we're going to start off with top sportsman, Cole Pregene over Bruce Duncan. Said we'll shout the names out. Top dragster, Jeremy Hancock over Steve Furr. Hold on. Sorry, they're a little screwy how they got posted. Got to be careful because there's rounds thrown in there too. So
Yep.
All right, comp eliminator, David Eaton over Van Puckett. Super stock, Austin Alvey over Mike Crutchfield. And stock eliminator, Keith Bennett over Doug Dool. I would have never known that 10 degrees made that much difference.
I had no idea that they even monitor the temperature of the fuel. That's mind-boggling to me.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because, you know, the old school cool cans.
Right, but I mean, you would think that everyone would just do whatever to, I mean, with the exception of percentage of nitro versus methanol. I understand. Well, I mean, I understand the temperature rule too, now that it was explained to me, but I would never think that they would even bother monitoring temperature strictly because of, you know, like Shawn pointed out how the cells are insulated. But I didn't think that they could actually control temperature like that. And let's face it, these cars don't burn a half a gallon per pass. I mean, they're controlling temperature of, you know, I know Top Fuel burns like 25 gallons a run. I don't know what alcohol or she runs nitro, but I don't know what the alcohol classes burn. But they got to be trying to control at least 10 gallons of fuel, you know, to a pretty consistent. I mean, she was saying, you know, like 40.9 or, I mean, when you're trying to control temperature in that much fluid to the 10th of a degree, that's just goes to show you what goes into this stuff. This isn't for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Right. Dump a little in and run,
Exactly.
run and see how
like
it goes.
I do. Yeah.
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 All right. Super comp. Jonathan Anderson over at Mitchell Harkey. Let's see. Sorry, I got like 3 computers going here, so it's a little
All
slow. Super Gas, Nicole Stevenson over John LaBouse. Last but not least, Pete's favorite class, and I'll even give you the numbers.
Super
Do you have it?
Nope. I don't have
Okay.
nothing.
All right. Steve Dominguez over Timothy Anderson. Dominguez 018 on the tree, 1085 with a 2 on a 1090 index. Over Anderson's 19 red, 87 with an 8, again on 1090 index. So
Excellent.
So again, that's the kickoff to the
whole
Lucas
year.
Oil Drag Racing Series for 2021. Let me grab my schedule. I think it's the one that's under my chair. Bear with me. Yep, that is. So I think the next one is actually at No Problem Raceway. It's the regional. Jackie's going to be heading there February 25th through the 27th. That's race number 2 of the 2022 Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series season. And then after that, race number 3 will be March 3rd and 4th. Actually, excuse me, it's a double. March 3rd and 4th, March 5th and 6th at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. And
Is that a opened divisional or is it divisional? Does it not say?
That Wild Horse, the first one, it doesn't say if it's going to be if it's a regional or not. I know the second one is a regional. I believe it's just a regular divisional, the first one.
Gotcha.
And then
so they'll have alcohol,
a divisional with
one,
regional.
First. Right.
Yeah, I think alcohol is just going to be on the second one.
Yeah, cool.
So, and then obviously, the baby Gators are coming up.
Before you know it, we're going to be in the thick of it.
Yep. March 3rd through the 6th. And then what is it? The week after that is the Gator Nationals.
And if I'm not mistaken, Pomona is this coming weekend.
Yes, actually, you're right.
Right.
The first national event is coming up. So yeah, it's going to be hammer down, no witnesses. I did get to talk to Jerron today. He's flying all over the planet. Painting. So I don't think we're going to see him for probably a month or so, but he is still going to be part of our team. Let's see. next week, February 21st, is going to be Carly Wolf. We're going to be talking about what it takes to keep the next gen going. A lot of people don't like the juniors because they just think they're whatever, but that's all right, because you know what? That's what gets people going.
I got to tell you, someone tells me that they don't like the juniors, and I'm going to tell them how I feel about them. Because if you're a fan of the sport at all, I don't care if you don't like watching them, you got to support them. Because
Absolutely.
if you think of all the people that came from junior dragster and is racing now, let's face it, the number one thing everyone talks about is the collective age average of NHRA racers is getting older and older and older. And if it wasn't for juniors, that average age would probably be 10 to 15 years older than it is right now. So if you don't
And
like
a lot
it,
of kids,
tough. Keep your mouth shut and carry on.
and a lot of kids have made, it's not just a fad, just, oh, cool, I'm going to go race this for
Yeah.
a year or 2 or 5 or whatever. They're making the step to big cars, be it door cars, dragsters. We've had the chance over the past year and a month to talk to a lot of people that came out of the juniors.
We have some friends that are very responsible for them running junior dragsters at Division I divisionals. Very good friends of the show.
Yep.
that made that happen. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have happened without them, but they are the ones that made it happen. And with any kind of luck, I don't want to stick them out on the show, but with any kind of luck, maybe we could get them to join us at Lebanon Valley. It's, what they did was big. I will drop one little hint that at one time, the person who got the ball rolling, in my opinion, is responsible for it, is the same one who gave me my last sponsor, Direct Cabinet Sales. Sponsored myself, sponsored his racing operation, and he could have taken all the money for himself and just put it into his cars, but he spread it out, and one of the ways he spread it was to get the Junior Dragster League rolling, and it's pretty cool.
Our guest co-host tonight came out of juniors.
That's exactly my point. And if you're paying attention and you're a true fan of the sport, you'll be very impressed with what Taylor and company has done. And if junior dragsters are partly responsible for that, then there's no way you can't respect it.
Right. Real quick, we are going to June 10th or 11th. I don't remember what the Saturday is. I think it's the 11th.
Mhm.
We are going to have a junior dragster live show at Lebanon Valley. I already got the okay. We got the okay a few months ago, actually, from Wayne, the track manager at Lebanon Valley. That's going to be our show. And we are going to have, like Pete said, some of the people that are local, but came out of the juniors to go into big cars.
Yep.
So it's going to be awesome. And actually, Mid-Atlantic announced very recently, I don't remember if it was today or yesterday, Mid-Atlantic.90, they're going to be adding for a few events, junior dragsters to their roster.
Fantastic. That's,
Yep.
You know what? That's Rob Keister still pushing the envelope and reinventing the wheel and doing great things with his program he's got going on there.
Yep. He even said in a release today, he put on Facebook, people came to him and said, hey, look, what do you think about this? And he listened to what the people said. And that's what it's going to take, is listening to what your racers want.
Right.
Can't not listen to your racers.
Totally agree.
Yep. So again, the 21st, we're going to be talking about keeping the kids involved in the sport, getting more kids involved in the sport with Carly Wolf. February 28th, going to have a little bit of fun. Going to do some talk about the 8th mile versus a quarter mile. We're going to talk with Jason Lawrence.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We got to get Nhra on for that one.
Hopefully we can. And reaching into March, March 7th, Madison Payne's going to be joining us. On the 14th, TJ Zizzo is going to be joining us as well. So got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. You know, I don't have the open schedule, unfortunately, right in front of me, but I think it kicks off in April at Lebanon Valley.
As far as Division One goes, the first open race is at Atco.
Okay. Yeah, like I
And
said,
then
I'd have to
think
pull the
Lebanon Valley
schedule
is the second one.
up. Okay. Yeah, I don't have it right in front of me, so the absent-minded professor here.
It
You know what I
happens.
mean?
The good news is we got plenty of time between now and the open to get it right, so we're good.
Think about it though. Realistically, it's like 2 months, 60 days.
I gotta tell you, this winter feels like it is dragging. So I'm ready. Oh,
Yep.
see?
And there's actually
So long, it's making me tired.
bear with me for just 1 second. I want to get this date. Let's see. We are very drag race show in the winter
Yeah,
declined up here.
and your white background is making it feel like snow. It's depressing me even more.
No more snow. No more snow, please. March 11th through the 13th at the Big E out in Springfield, Mass, the Northeast Motorsports Expo. I know Lebanon Valley is going to have a presence there. I'm going to go out on Saturday and hang out for a while. And I think if anybody in the Northeast, I mean, there's a lot of people within 3 hours or so of Springfield, Mass.
Right.
So get out there and support it. Because like I said, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of shows like that up in this area.
Yep.
So we need to keep the ones that we have.
Amen.
Pete, as usual, my friend, it's been a pleasure.
Always.
And we'll see you maybe next week, but if not next week, the week after.
Who's on next week? Is it Carly?
Carly Wolf.
I gotta come on for her.
Got to come on for Carly.
Fellow super street driver. We gotta give her some love, right?
There you go. And then you and your buddy Jason the week after. Yeah, I'm gonna feel virtual hugs from you two. I know what I can tell.
I'm a big Jason Lawrence fan.
He's a
good
cool dude.
Yeah, he's a good
He's a
dude.
very cool dude.
Not too many people I'll let sit in my car and take it down the track, and I got no problem with putting him in it. That's for sure.
Right. He did it last year, right?
He did, and he's going to do it again this year too, hopefully.
Oh, awesome. At a point race or at a money race?
I think so. Last year they had the double race at the media. It was an open divisional.
Yeah.
He did the open, I did the divisional. As far as I'm concerned, if it's the same setup, we could do the same thing. It's fine with me.
Very cool.
Good stuff.
All right, Pete, get out of here. Go watch your soap opera. Thank you
It-
again for coming
They
on.
have soap operas on Tuesday nights now too, so I can
Oh,
catch
that's
them.
right. It's Tuesday.
It's not Monday. That's all right.
Watch
That's
your
all good.
DVR soap from last night.
So I am about 3/4 of the way through that. And then I'll be DVRing tonight's show. So they're on for so long. I'm usually not caught up until like Thursday or Friday. So it's pretty cool.
It works so good.
The problem is once I lay down in bed, I last about 3 seconds and then my eyes close and that's the end of it. So it stretches.
Yeah, I'm a
it out.
member of that club.
Yeah, right.
My wife hates it. All I hear is her toss and turn for like an hour and a half. I lay down, go on my left side. See you in the morning.
Done. Checked out.
All right. Well, thank you to Jackie and Shawn Fricke. Thank you thank you, Taylor Nobile, for coming on. That was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Something we haven't done. Hopefully we get to do more. Did actually get a chance to talk to Taylor. We're going to get Vince on and have Billy Kleinspin interview him. Because I know we talked about that night when Taylor and Billy were on. We're going to make it happen.
And I am thinking, you ready for this?
Oh boy.
Are you ready for this?
Oh god.
How about a Racing News Network version of the Newlywed Game?
Ooh.
That's why you pay me the big bucks, pal.
Got to keep it clean though.
That's okay. We can do that. It's Billy. Billy's going to keep it clean. I mean, come on.
You know what? I like that. I like it.
The newlywed game coming up. I love it.
That is going to be it. Very cool. With the background, we'll do the music and everything. I'll
We'll do
actually
the
have it
game.
ready.
We'll do the game the same exact way we did tonight. We'll just call it the newlywed game.
Yep.
How's that?
That works. Yeah, they've only been married 4 months.
It's officially newlyweds, right?
Yep. Still newlyweds.
I like it.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, checking us out. Hope you had as much fun as we did. We will be back next Monday night with Carly Wolf at 7 p.m. Eastern time, unless the world comes to an end. And
then we'll be on at 7:15.
Yeah, we'll be on at 7:15. So I have my tech support in the other room.
There you go.
So.
Have a good night, bud.
All right, you too, Pete. Sleep
Take
well.
care, everybody.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again, tuning in, checking us out. Back Monday night, 7 o'clock. Have a great week, everybody. If you are racing in Pomona, stay safe, stay fast. Enjoy. We're out.